This is Radio Miraya News Summary. I am Winnie Serino. Most parts of the Greater Horn of Africa are expected to experience an increase in rainfall above normal levels between June and September, according to the IGAD Climate Prediction and Application Center. The center has released a seasonal forecast, noting that temperature forecast is showing a probability of warmer than normal conditions across the region. The weather patterns will affect areas including Djibouti, Eritrea, central and northern Ethiopia, western and coastal Kenya, much of Uganda, South Sudan, and Sudan. Diplomats and staff in South Sudan embassies and foreign missions have not received their full salary payments since 2019. The Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Ramadan Mohammed Goch, who was responding to questions from the members of parliament yesterday, stated that the ministry plans to downsize its staff in embassies and missions abroad, but only when the staff arrears are paid. The main road linking Abyei to Kuajock and Aweil has officially been reopened after more than 2 years of closure due to the conflict between the Ngok Dinka in Abyei and Twitch Mayardit in Warrap State. This comes after a high-level security team from Juba comprising the Inspector General of Police, Head of National Security and Army Chief of Staff visited the area and deployed a neutral force to provide protection. Armed men have attacked a military base in Rumbek Center County, Lake State. The gunmen descended on the base in Malek Payam on Sunday and made off with 50 head of cattle, some of which have been recovered. One SSPDF soldier was killed and 2 civilians wounded in the confrontation. The chairperson of the Chamber of Commerce in Central Equatoria State is urging the government to take actions in establishing a fixed value for the South Sudanese pound against the US dollar. Chairperson Robert Pibor expressed his concern that the market instability and uncertainty has resulted in a state of shock that has prompted traders to maintain high commodity prices. Pibor says traders can only adjust prices when they feel reassured of a stable market. A 10-year-old girl who stood as a witness in the rape and murder case of her 5-year-old sister in 2022 in Aweil has died of congestive heart failure. The deceased testimony led to the conviction of 40-year-old Sabir Abdallah Abusin, a trader who was sentenced to death by hanging for the crime. He is currently in Aweil prison awaiting execution. Security organs have detained a number of suspects in connection with interstate cattle raiding between Northern Baragazal and Warrap State. The governor of Northern Baragazal, Tongaken Ngor, says the suspects were apprehended in collaboration with authorities in Warrap State. And still in Northern Baragazal, a new project that seeks to strengthen local resilience to the impact of climate change has been launched in Aweil. The project is aimed to restore ecosystems and build long-term climate resilience among the agro-pastoral communities. The communities will use watershed approaches which will re-establish and strengthen market linkages and agricultural value chains. Community leaders and peace partners in Jonglei and Pibor have been appreciated for their efforts in curbing large mobilizations for attacks in the region, particularly during the dry season. Civil Affairs Officer Khalif Farah told Radio Miraya that despite the efforts, the attack could not all be prevented, as a large-scale mobilizations during the dry season between 2023 and 2024. And elsewhere, the leaders of Norway, Ireland, and Spain have said their countries will formally recognize Palestine as a state for the sake of peace in the Middle East. Norway's Prime Minister Jonas Gahr Støre says a two-state solution was in Israel's best interest, adding that the recognition would come as of May 28th. Shortly after Norway's announcement, Ireland's Prime Minister Simon Harris said his country would also recognize a Palestinian state, but did not specify the timing. Spain's Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez then said that the country's Council of Ministers would also recognize an independent Palestinian state on May 28th and announced that each would now undertake whatever national steps are necessary to give effect to that decision. And in sports, the National Men's Football League match between Milikia FC of Juba and El Marik team of Bentiu has been rescheduled to today, Wednesday, and is expected to kick off at 3:30 p.m. at Aweil Stadium. This match was cancelled yesterday due to heavy rainfall. In playoffs in Juba today, Jammus FC defeated Nyakron team 1-0 in a match on the second day of the Juba Local Football Association Second Division playoff held at the Zahara Playground in Juba. The win propels Jammus FC closer to securing the direct promotion to First Division League. Jammus is currently sitting at the top of the table with 6 points, 3 above second place Nyakron FC. A draw against Black Eagle in the final match day will be enough to secure promotion for the South Sudan champions to First Edition. Radio Miraya News Summary. I am Winnie Serino. Thanks for listening.